What's up, everyone? This is Luciano with Korg, here with ShowMeThat.com, checking out the new Kronos at NAMM 2025. So I want to give you a little bit of an overview of what's new with the board, and the Kronos that everyone's been asking for has returned. So let's take a look. So just first, starting from the outside of the keyboard, you'll notice that it does have a new aesthetic design with this beautiful black finish. It's kind of like a nice texture. It feels really good under the hand, with some new side panels as well that are in wood, with some nice kind of cutouts and make it easy to hold, which is really, really great. Now, turning to the center of the board, you're gonna see the screen. Now the screen has been improved. Obviously it's the center point of when you navigate the board. So we've done two things to the display. First of all, it feels much more responsive. You'll notice it definitely responds quickly. And the second thing is it has an anti-glare coating, which improves the viewing angles of the board. So if you're using it on stage, the lights are shining, it's definitely gonna feel better and reject fingerprints better, so that's really good. Now, the real changes though happen underneath the hood. So we heard a couple of requests from users. Frequent requests about boot time being really long, so we wanted to fix that with Kronos 3. So it does have a significantly reduced boot time. Now it's under 50 seconds. So we were over 2 minutes on the previous Kronos, and that's thanks to a whole new motherboard, faster processor.
So I don't have to go and get coffee anymore. I can wait there for it to come up.
Yeah, so no more coffee breaks in between the boot time. You're just gonna be booting quickly.
I think the original one had like, I think it was the Intel Atom chip or whatever, very old chip. So you guys updated the chip now.
Correct.
So it boots much quicker.
And one of the other parts about that's important to know, under the hood there used to be a system fan that was cooling the processor, and that's no longer necessary with this new chipset. So it doesn't have a fan, so it runs quiet and silent, and it also, less things to fail. So should a fan break, the keyboard would not stay powered up. No more of that. It's going to run reliably.
Are you letting the public know exactly what chip it is? Because like I said, we knew what the old one was. You guys?
Yeah, we won't put out the actual class, but I'm sure within like a day of this coming out to the public,
figure it out.
Everyone's gonna tear it down.
Somebody will open it up.
Somebody's gonna open up their new Kronos.
Intel chip.
We've also doubled the internal SSD, so it's 128 gigs now from the factory, which is really great. Now, for everyone who's using Kronos 2 and wants to know about like compatibility, very important that we did not disrupt the existing preset structure and order. So anyone who has a Kronos 2 is going to be able to load seamlessly right into their Kronos 3. You can load your PCG file right in. We also haven't forgotten about existing Kronos users. We added new sounds in this. So it has about 250 new programs and combinations. But we're going to offer those as a free update for existing Kronos users, probably like later in the summer of 2025, which is really nice. So yeah, that's overarching what's new. Dive into Kronos, check out the new sounds. We got the Italian piano that's now included, which is really nice.
So you include the Italian piano now.
Yeah, which is really great. I know a lot of people like that sample. We also have a cool Chopin Pleyel piano that's included. Which is kind of for classical nerds too. It's sampled at A430, and it sounds period correct for the 1800s. So classical people have something in here as well. And then I mentioned the new sound content, but it's a combination of sounds from our top voicers. So K Pro, Jack Hotop, veteran Korg programmer, has a lot of great presets in here. So, we want people to check them out. So that's basically an overview of Kronos 3. Same three sizes. I'm looking at the 88 with the RH3 Action. 73 also is still weighted, and 61 has the SK semi-weighted.
Okay, another question for you, because I know people will ask me this. Aside from the better chip for faster boot times, has there been anything done to the sonics? Is it the same A to D chips?
Yeah.
Has the sonics been improved, or it's the same?
All the same. All the same.
So our biggest improvement is extra sound, doubling the memory, and new processor for faster boot time.
And better display, new display.
And better touch display.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So this, I like to use, if I were to describe this keyboard in one word, it's refined.
It's refined.
It's the refined Kronos, and it's gonna, we know that people have been running Kronos boards for over.
Oh yeah.
So
like I said, I've had a few of them.
Yeah.
And right now that was something I wasn't sure. Like, I have the one with the black plastic ends. The second, I guess it was a second version before the wood ends.
Yeah.
And the problem I was having, I don't know if the SSD in there, is it solid state or is it spinning? because it's just having problems booting up.
Okay, yeah. This is an SSD in here.
This is an SSD, okay, all right. So I guess I'll have to check with the certified Korg repair place as far as to get that. Because some days I'll turn it on, it'll come on.
Right.
Some days it just stays in this process. I guess it's looking for something.
And one of the reason that, for those who don't know, like, we obviously love Kronos and we didn't want to discontinue Kronos, but component shortages are always a difficult item to navigate.
Yeah.
So especially when the main board, the motherboard goes out of stock if the supplier doesn't have it. So it was a difficult decision when it kind of had to leave the lineup, but it's nice that we have source parts that we're able to keep it going and have it improvements.
So now that you have this out, the Nautilus steps into the second position. What goes into the, because you had, didn't you have the Cross?
So yeah, so let's go over the lineup.
Yeah,
that's a good
the
point.
lineup.
So starting from the bottom, Cross is still a great seller. So we have Cross that's in a 61 and a Cross 88 with a weighted action. Those will be the entry-level workstation still.
Okay.
Chrome has left the lineup. So Chrome, we had our last production. That used to be the mid-tier. It's now going to be discontinued finally. So I do expect Nautilus to continue and fill in that second mid-tier spot.
And then we'll coming back to the top.
Exactly. So Kronos will continue to be the flagship, and then Nautilus steps below into that middle tier. So, and let me tell you one final thing. In the United States, you know, price-wise, it was a really strategic decision to keep it at the same price that it left the market
4 years ago.
4 years ago, which I know, you know, it's a big accomplishment to do that with inflation. Everything's gone up. But it's not. I'm happy that we're able to offer the improved board at least at the exact same price.
Cheapest workstation in America right now.
Cheapest workstation, and the Kronos is the king, so it's back, you know, at the same price. So yeah, we're very excited about it, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you, man.
My pleasure.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
All right.